Hello my dear students, once again I am here with the same chapter, that is constitutional design. In the previous class we all have read about what constitution is, what is the meaning of constitutional design, and which country is the inspiration of this behind this constitution. We have read about South Africa, we have read about ANC, the struggle of all the blacks, we have read about apartheid, we have on the other aspects we have read about why this particular struggle has been taken up and various other factors. And also in the previous class we have read about Indian Constitution as well. Who were the makers of Indian Constitution, about B.R. Ambedkar, who played an important role in making of this constitution, and several other factors. So in this class I am going to start with preamble, but before that I would like to take a quick view whatever we have discussed in previous class. In the previous class, we have read about what is the meaning of constitutional design. Whenever we talk about constitutional design, it means making of constitution. What is the reason behind making of constitution? And the whole structure of the constitution is known as constitutional design. We have read that how the system of apartheid was practiced in South Africa. All the blacks and the colored people who were living in South Africa, they literally struggled a lot, and after that Nelson Mandela was a person who also played an important role in vanishing or diminishing this particular apartheid system. Not only this, we have read about ANC, that is African National Congress, which was known as the umbrella organization and played an important role in this particular struggle. In that case, we have read that those who were non-whites, they were not even allowed to use public transport, they were not allowed to use from public places, etc. Only they were allowed if they were given some permission. So all these things were literally pathetic for all the non-whites. So they decided to raise their voice against such discrimination, and they have done that, and after that they have came to a conclusion that it's time to make a constitution. So all the whites and non-white people came together and made a constitution, and the South Africa only has become we can say inspiration for other countries, and after that many other countries has taken that particular feature and made their constitution. India was one of them. So today we are going to study about what preamble is. But let me tell you that B.R. Ambedkar, as we have discussed in the last class, he was the chairman of the drafting committee. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was the chairman of the drafting committee. So he played an important role. Earlier there were many people, and like Motilal Nehru, who was with 8 other members, met at Karachi session and discussed many other aspects. But here why we are talking about B.R. Ambedkar? Because B.R. Ambedkar was the person who literally played an important role in making of this constitution. Not only this, children, whatever values that is there, it was discussed and it literally took a lot of time, and in fact 1 year, more than 1 year, and after that they came to conclusion that we have to include all these things. See, making of constitution was not an easy task, and it was not generated overnight. It literally took time, and children, let me tell you that making of constitution took assumptions as well as whatever situation was there at that time. Because whosoever were the ministers and other people who were there, who were making the constitution, they were worried, and anxiety was there in the people that whether this constitution is going to fulfill the need of the people in future or not. So in that case, people have assumed many other things, and now you can see that at this time, in the present time, when there is a chance of misleading or some other thing, that some article or act or law is not meeting or up to the mark as per the current situation, then Constitution has given the right that we can do amendments. The right of amend the constitution is also there. If anyone wants that, they can raise their voice, and after the ruling party will take over this thing, and opposition is also there, then voting will be done and discussion will be done, and after that, if there will be a need of amendment, then it can be done as well. So, like making a constitution is not an easy task. I am repeating this thing again and again. But before making a constitution, the values were taken. That we have to make laws on these values. So these whatever values has been taken, it was included in the preamble. See, preamble is a written lines of whatever values is there in your constitution. And India has adopted this concept of preamble from America. America, that is USA, America has adopted this, generated this concept of preamble, and from there only India has adopted this concept. And you can see there are 10 values that are there in your preamble, and it is just like a poem-like structure where you can find all the values written here. So let me discuss one by one what does all the 10 points saying, what is the concept behind this, and where is the chapter. So first point says that we, the people of India. Here the first point in the preamble says that we are the people of India. So whatever constitution has been made, whatever acts have been enacted in that, whatever articles, whatever sub-clause or clause that is written there, it has been kept in mind not for the sake of the country, not for just a minister or one or two people. So here we the people of India, we are the people of India, we have to work together in a unity and we have to take our country to the next level. So here we the people of India means the constitution that has been made keeping in mind for all the people of the country, like ignoring all the other aspects such as discrimination, inequalities, etc. So constitution is not made just for the sake of one person or one community or one nation or a particular state. It has been made for all the people living in the country apart from several other things. So here this particular constitution does not discriminate people on any basis. So first point itself says that we are the people of India, we the people of India, and here only we need to understand this fact that this constitution has been made for the sake of the people. Second point says that sovereign. Sovereign means people have the supreme right to make decision. If you are living in a country and if you want to take some decision which is related to your life, so you have been given this right to take decision. No one else is going to take decision on your behalf. So Constitution has given this right to the people that they have the right to to take some decision which is in the favor of them and it should not hurt the sentiments of others. So suppose there is Mr. X who wants to take some decision which is related to his life, so no one else is going to interfere in that. He is the only one who can say yes or no or have to do anything as per his needs. But it should not hurt someone's sentiment. It should not like that if your choice is to kill someone. You can't do that. Because it's not legal, it's there in the constitution, it's a crime, so you cannot follow this. The sovereign is something that people have the supreme power to take some decision. The next point is socialist. Socialist itself is a word made from the word social. Social is something which is related to society, that is social. Samajik. Social is related to society. So socialist means something that is equal for everyone. So in this particular point we are going to talk about everything that is there in the society. It should be equal for everyone. It's not like that the crime or some punishment will be hard for the people who are in the lower level, easier for the people who are on the top level. No, it should not like that. And there is nothing in the constitution that it treats someone special. Everyone is equal in front of law, in the eyes of law. So here socialist means everyone is equal, and it says that government should confiscate some of the property or have to take some of the property on its name so that it can maintain equality. Because it happened, sometimes the people who are on a top one, that they are rich, they will have a good money power. So the person who is on the lower level must be poor. So to discriminate, to avoid all these things to decrease the inequalities, discrimination, and several other bad things. Government usually takes some of the property on its name, and whenever there is a need, it usually gives to the people who are in the need of that. So socialism itself says that people who are equal and it treats everyone equal. Now next point is secular. Secular means people in a country, that is India, are free to follow any religion. They are not compelled to follow any particular religion. If they want, suppose a person who is born in a Muslim family, he wants to change his religion and move to Christian. That person is like free to do that, because secularism or secular is one of the thing or the feature that is mentioned in the preamble. So no one is compelled or no one can stop anyone to change its religion, his or her religion, because Constitution has given its right that everyone is equal before law, and if in case you want to change your religion, you are free to that. And another thing is that if a person, one is a Hindu and go to some, wants to convert himself to Sikh, then he can also do that. It's up to him on which God he is having trust, on which religion he is having trust, on which religion he is going to follow. So all these things are literally very important in the eye of the Constitution. Another point is that democratic. Democratic is something that we are studying here only. Democratic is a word came from democracy, that is freedom. Country is free. People have been given right. They can cast their vote. They can select their representative and several other factors. It also says that there is a limit of power to the government. It's not like that government can enjoy endless power, but there are something which government have to follow, some guidelines as well, and democracy is something where people can cast their vote and select their representative. So here India is a democratic country. From that we have included this feature in the preamble, which itself is very important for the sake of the country. So next point is republic. Republic, Ganatantra, we all know that everyone is like in India, India has got republic on 26th January. Alright, so it's usually talk about the constitution and everything that is there, and people are there to take decision and several other factors. Seventh point is justice. There should be no unreasonable restriction on the people. People can follow anything that is good for the sake of the country, and it should not it should not hurt the sentiment of the people. So one cannot impose restriction on the people. Suppose in a state, suppose XYZ in MP, or let's take an example of UP. In 2016, suppose another minister came and he imposed some restriction which was not necessary. So it is illegal, and that particular minister can be removed from his particular position. So these things are risky, and one cannot restrict people to stop something to follow anything. Alright, so here justice means no unreasonable restriction should be put on the people. They are free to do anything which is good and which should not hurt the sentiment of the others. Next one is liberty. Liberty is also given to the people here, that they are free, they can do things, and the government is liberal with them, the constitution is liberal with them. So these are the things which is very important, and that's why we have kept this particular feature in this particular preamble. Next one is equality. Whatever we have talked about socialism, same goes for equality as well. Here we treat everyone equal in front of because everyone is equal in front of the constitution. So here we say that no, here we don't consider someone as upper, lower or middle class. Everyone is equal, everyone is a people or a person for the constitution. So we cannot discriminate anyone. Earlier there was a concept of untouchability. Untouchability, basically what happened is that some people were, or the group were considered untouchable, and they were not allowed to use some village water or any of the things that are related to the upper class people. So basically they were kept out of the village or the particular place, so they were considered untouchables. So all these things, and there is a particular right given in fundamental rights also. So we need to understand that everyone is equal in front of law. So equality is another important feature of the constitution which is there in the preamble. The last but not the least, 10th is fraternity, which somehow is related to equality only. It says that no one is inferior or superior. Everyone is equal. Here you cannot discriminate anyone on any basis. Here you cannot say that particular person is inferior, so he cannot use this particular power or the right. Right is given by the constitution. Right is something which cannot be taken away. But it can be taken away, the fundamental rights that Maulik Adhikar. This particular right can be taken away by the constitution only when a person commits something that is written in the constitution under the head of illegal things. So whenever we talk about constitution and the rights, then one needs to understand that rights cannot be taken from the people. It's something which is very important, and constitution also usually don't take it unless that particular person has committed some thing which was not very good. So I hope I have made this thing very clear, what this preamble is, what are the features that are included in this, and several other factors. Another thing, children, this constitution has not been generated overnight. It literally took time. Mahatma Gandhi's photo, like picture of Mahatma Gandhi, is not there in that particular book of yours. But as he was not in the committee of constitution designing committee, which was known as Constituent Assembly. But then too, the name of Mahatma Gandhi is usually taken at the time of whenever we talk about constitution. Because Mahatma Gandhi's view was that to remove equality, and he says that this particular concept should be there in the constitution. And B.R. Ambedkar also considered it important, but B.R. Ambedkar also criticized Mahatma Gandhi. He criticized Mahatma Gandhi because Mahatma Gandhi wants that particular equality should be included. It was not accepted by B.R. Ambedkar because the things that were there, B.R. Ambedkar and with Mahatma Gandhi were literally very different. So I hope I have made everything very clear, and what constitution and what are the other aspects that are related to it. So let's revise everything, go through the chapter, read the text that is given there, and we'll be meeting in our next class.